verses 73 to 79. Can I get the other mic, please, sir? Thank you so much.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها النبي جاهد الكفار والمنافقين واغلظ عليهم ومأواهم جهنم وبئس المصير يحلفون بالله ما قالوا ولقد قالوا كلمة الكفر وكفروا بعد إسلامهم وهموا بما لم ينالوا وما نقموا إلا أن أغناهم الله ورسوله من فضله فإن يتوبوا يك خيرا لهم وإن يتولوا يعذبهم الله عذابا أليما في الدنيا والآخرة وما لهم في الأرض من ولي ولا نصير ومنهم من عاهد الله لئن آتانا من فضله لنصدقن ولنكونن من الصالحين فلما آتاهم من فضله بخلوا به وتولوا وهم معرضون فأعقبهم نفاقا في قلوبهم إلى يوم يلقونه بما أخلفوا الله ما وعدوه وبما كانوا يكذبون ألم يعلموا أن الله يعلم سرهم ونجواهم وأن الله علام الغيوب الذين يلمزون المطوعين من المؤمنين في الصدقات والذين لا يجدون إلا جهدهم فيسخرون منهم سخر الله منهم ولهم عذاب أليم صدق الله العلي العظيم.
When the Prophet of Allah was in Mecca, his struggle was very simple. He was struggling against the mushrikeen of Mecca. When the Prophet of Allah moved to Medina, his struggle became very complicated. He had two struggles. The first was a struggle with outside forces. He was struggling against the mushrikeen of Mecca who wanted to take away their freedoms, their liberties, their rights to practice Islam. His second struggle was an internal struggle. There were people who were hypocrites in Medina. They claimed to have faith, but in their heart they did not have faith. And what they were trying to do is to lower the ambitions of the Muslim community. The Prophet of Allah had such high ambitions for them. The Prophet believed if somebody had Iman, there is so much that he can achieve in the world. And they wanted to lower the ambitions of the Muslim community because they did not want to be a part of the struggle. They did not want the discomfort of the struggle. Now, the Prophet of Allah was strong against the mushrikeen, but he was very lenient with people who were in Medina, even if some of them were hypocrites. Why? Because they professed to have Islam. And the Prophet wanted the Muslim community to have a positive opinion of the people who were in the community. And maybe the Prophet of Allah had knowledge that this person is a munafiq, a hypocrite. But then other people did not know. If the Prophet of Allah went around accusing people of being hypocrites, guess what would happen tomorrow? People would go around accusing others to be hypocrites. The Prophet was lenient with them. But now it came to a point where the ambitions of the Muslim community were being held back. So now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells the Holy Prophet, you have a twofold struggle. The first struggle is against the kuffar of Mecca, and your second struggle is against the hypocrites, the munafiqeen. So look at the beginning of the verse. Ya ayyuhan nabi, O our Prophet,
جاهد الكفار والمنافقين. Do jihad, struggle against the kuffar, the kafir, and against the munafiqeen. Question: we understand how to do jihad against the kuffar, but how do you do jihad against the munafiqeen? And here the scholars who interpret the Qur'an, they have a beautiful discussion. They say jihad is of many types. One of the verses that defines the many different types of jihad is this verse. You look in the commentary, they'll talk about it. One is a jihad with arms, with weapons, that the Prophet of Allah used to do against the mushrikeen of Mecca. Second jihad they mentioned is with your tongue, with your speech. The Prophet of Allah was lenient with them. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling the Prophet, be firm with them, be harsh with them. There's no more allowing them to say whatever they want to say. وَغْلُظْ عَلَيْهِمْ. وَغْلُظ means use strong language now. This is your jihad against them. Third type of jihad that appears in the Qur'an is a jihad with the self. Right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in one of the surahs, وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ سُبُلَنَا. Those who struggle in our path, we are going to guide them to our way. Right? So three types of jihad at least being mentioned over here. وَمَأْوَاهُمْ جَهَنَّمْ. And these people whom we are fighting against, they are going to end in the fire of hell. وَبِئْسَ الْمَصِيرُ. And what a bad place that is. Now the other issue that came up over there, and that comes up for people, is that whenever they do something wrong, they try to minimize it. They say, well, number one, I didn't do it. Number two, if you caught me doing it, then it wasn't such a bad thing. It was just just words, for example. How bad can words be? Right? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling them that number one, you did it, and number two, these words, they're very damaging. So let's look at the verse now. يَحْلِفُونَ بِاللَّهِ مَا قَالُوا. Number one, they're going to swear by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that they did not say these words that they said against the Prophet of Allah. You find that the discussion between Mecca and Medina changes. In Mecca, the discussion was centered around Tawheed, and people were questioning Tawheed. And yes, they were also questioning the prophethood of the Holy Prophet. Come to Medina, people are no longer questioning Tawheed, now people are questioning the prophethood of the Holy Prophet. Is he truly a prophet? Everything he says is revealed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Can we question what he says, for example? So, يَحْلِفُونَ بِاللَّهِ مَا قَالُوا. They will swear by Allah. They never said anything against the Prophet of Allah. And God says, no, وَلَقَدْ قَالُوا كَلِمَةَ الْكُفْرِ. They have said something against the Holy Prophet, and if they try to make small of it, they should know what they have said is a kalima. Kalima means expression. A kalima of kufr, of turning away from Islam. Right? And then the verse continues, وَكَفَرُوا بَعْدَ إِسْلَامِهِمْ. They have disbelieved after having Islam. وَهَمُّوا بِمَا لَمْ يَنَالُوا. And they desired to achieve something which they never achieved. What is it trying to say over here? No, sometimes when a person does something wrong, he says, it's just a lie. It's just a joke. I just talked about somebody. I just stole $10. And the question that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking over here is, but what was your end goal? What were you trying to achieve? The gravity of the sin is not just the sin itself, but the niyyah that you had in committing that crime. Okay? Let me give you an example. Let's say somebody gets into an accident, they lie, and they're able to take away $500 from ICBC. Is that haram? Yes, it's haram. Let's compare that now to somebody who steals $20 from a fund that is meant for orphans. Which one is worse? Both are bad. Which one is worse? Stealing from the orphans. Why do you say stealing from the orphans is worse even though you took $20 away and there you took $500 away? You'll say what? Because over there you're stealing from a corporation, that's a very rich corporation, Over here, you're stealing from orphans. So the intention and the goal that you're trying to achieve also plays a role in determining what a big crime or sin a person has committed. In the same way, these people, yes, they only lied, other people lied as well. They only, for example, joked about somebody, other people joke about others as well. But in this case, they lied and they joked about the Prophet of Allah, the mission of Islam, a valuable mission. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about that. وَإِن يَتَوَلَّوْا وَمَا نَقَمُوا إِلَّا أَنْ أَغْنَاهُمُ اللَّهُ وَرَسُولُهُ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ. Now, sometimes the question appeared for the believers. The believers say, okay, they lied, they also went against the Prophet of Allah. But at the end of the day, can they hurt the mission of the Holy Prophet? They can't hurt the mission of the Holy Prophet. Can they stop the message of Islam from progressing? A person or two lying is not going to stop the message of Islam from progressing. So then why is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala so harsh against them? And the question Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks over here is that how come they have forgotten where they have come from? These were the very same people when the first Prophet moved to Medina and they came with the Prophet of Allah, the Muhajirin, some of them, or they were in Medina and they had nothing with them, absolutely nothing. They were so poor that sometimes they could not even afford to clothe themselves properly. And today they have become so rich, they have become so powerful, they have become so wealthy. How could they have forgotten the roots from which they came from? Today when the Prophet of Allah is telling them to give sadaqah and to give in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they say, well, why do we have to give in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And this verse is teaching us that we should not forget our roots and where we came from. Somebody is powerful, he should remind himself, there was a day when I was a baby. Somebody is rich, he should remind himself, there was a day when I had nothing, no money to my pocket. Right? If somebody has dignity in the community, he should remind himself, one day nobody in the community knew about me. The same person who brought me from there to here can take me back from here to there as well. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَا نَقَمُوا. What revenge are they trying to take from the Prophet of Allah? If the Prophet had done something wrong to them, the Prophet had taken away some of their rights, they had every right to rebel against the Holy Prophet. What did the Prophet of Allah do to them? إِلَّا أَنْ أَغْنَاهُمُ اللَّهُ وَرَسُولُهُ. Except that Allah and His Prophet enriched them from their fadl. Now, question. These people who have turned against the Holy Prophet, the Prophet raised them to where they are, and now they not only want to turn away from the Holy Prophet, they're getting other people to turn away from the Prophet of Allah. Makes the life of the Holy Prophet so difficult in Medina, and now they've been caught. Now what is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala going to do to them? What is the punishment that's going to come down upon them? Listen to the verse, it's so beautiful. Even at that point, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَإِن يَتُوبُوا يَكُ خَيْرًا لَهُمْ. If they seek forgiveness, that is better for them. The door of forgiveness is still open for them. If they want to return back. It's such a shame that people today will say, Islam was spread by the sword. Islam was spread by violence. Islam was spread by force. These were people who actually turned against Islam. These were people who plotted against Islam. And what does Allah say? If they repent, they can come back. But if they choose not to repent, وَإِن يَتَوَلَّوْا, if they turn away, يُعَذِّبُهُمُ اللَّهُ عَذَابًا أَلِيمًا فِي الدُّنْيَا وَالْآخِرَةِ. God is going to punish them with a severe punishment in this world and in the hereafter. They shouldn't think we'll make the best of this world and then we'll worry about the hereafter when the hereafter comes. No, in this world and in the hereafter, and they will find nobody to support them. وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ عَاهَدَ اللَّهِ. Beautiful. And amongst them are those people who made a pledge to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, made a promise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, لَإِنْ آتَانَا مِنْ فَضْلِهِ. If God were to give us from His grace, meaning that even though we don't deserve it, but God gives it to us, لَنَصَدَّقَنَّ. We will most certainly give it in sadaqah, give it in charity. وَلَنَكُنَنَّ مِنَ الصَّالِحِينَ. Okay, we're bad people right now. We don't follow Islam properly. We don't worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have some bad morals. But if God gives us, we will have good morals. We will become amongst the Salihin. Sometimes when we make dua to Allah,
There are a number of reasons why our du'as are not answered. One reason why our dua is not answered is because it doesn't come from our heart. It only comes from our tongue. It's not a genuine dua. Another reason our du'as are not answered is when Allah calls us, we don't answer Him. But when we call Him, we expect that He should answer us. For example, God calls us for salat at the time of adhan, we don't answer. But our expectation is that when we call out to God, immediately the answer should come. God says, give sadaqah, we don't answer. But when we want something from God, we immediately expect the answer to come. Sometimes Allah doesn't answer our du'as because what we want is not good for us. And God knows what is good for us. But sometimes God does not answer our du'as because we don't have the ability to take care of that blessing. If He were to give that blessing to us, we would get lost in it. We would turn away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? Sometimes we use religion as a tool. When we want the world, we turn to religion. And we turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then one day when religion comes and says, now you have to pay your khums, now you have to pay your zakat, now you have to pay some of these charities, we say, no, we're going to turn away from it. Right? And therefore sometimes people would come to the Holy Prophet and they would say, Ya Rasulullah, I am poor. What should I do? And what did the Prophet say to them? Give sadaqah. Give sadaqah. Right? Because the Prophet of Allah wanted them to have good morals even when they had a little bit. So that if Allah were to answer their dua and they have a lot, they still continue to have those very same morals. They're not attached to the dunya. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says over there that look at these people, when they had nothing, they made dua to Allah. Now that we have given them, they turn away. فَلَمَّا آتَاهُم مِّن فَضْلِهِ When Allah gave them from His fadl, from His grace, بَخِلُوا بِهِ They became miserly. They hold on to it. They don't want to share it. Right? For example, when we talk about giving khums, a number of questions nowadays is, why do we give khums? Where is this khums going to go? Why is there a distinction between Sayyid and not Sayyid? I need to understand why we have to pay khums before I pay khums. Right? Okay, these are fair questions. Right? But at the end of the day, a person earns $50,000. He spends $45,000 in expenses. Allah doesn't stop him. With the $5,000 that remains, Allah doesn't want the $5,000. Of the $5,000, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I want how much? $1,000. Then God says, if you give this $1,000, I will return it to you in many fold. Then God says, I'll return it to you in many fold in this world, and I'll give it back to you in the hereafter as well. And then a person still asks, why do I have to give khums? It came from Allah. Why do you not want to give in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Then the verse continues, and Allah says, well, وَتَوَلَّوْا They turn away, وَهُمْ مُعْرِضُونَ And now they are rebelling. فَأَعْقَبَهُمْ نِفَاقًا فِي قُلُوبِهِمْ إِلَى يَوْمِ يَلْقَوْنَهُ Therefore, hypocrisy is going to remain in their hearts until the day they meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of judgment. This verse is going to teach us something important. This verse is telling us that speaking the truth is very important. Keeping your promises is very important. Even a small truth, speak the truth. Do not lie. Don't get in the habit of lying at all. Do not get in the habit of breaking your promises. Especially if these are promises you make to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because people who lie, one day they lie about their actions, tomorrow they lie about their faith, their iman, and that is what leads to hypocrisy. One day they break their pledge when it comes to their actions, one day they're going to break their pledge when it comes to their iman. And therefore, whenever sometimes a person would come to the Holy Prophet and say, Ya Rasulullah, I've got so many problems, I've got so many difficulties, so many moral issues, what should I do? And the first thing the Prophet would tell that person is, do not lie. Right? Sometimes he would say, give sadaqah, and sometimes he would say, do not lie. Whatever you do, speak the truth. And you would say, and what after that, Ya Rasulullah? And the Prophet would say, do not lie. And the third time you would ask, the Prophet would say, do not lie. Right? When a person speaks the truth all the time, then not only does he speak the truth in his actions, he also speaks the truth when it comes to his faith as well. So Allah says over here, يَوْمَ يَلْقَوْنَهُ بِمَا أَخْلَفُوا اللَّهَ مَا وَعَدُوهُ. Why? Because they broke the promises that they made to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَبِمَا كَانُوا يَكْذِبُونَ. And because they used to lie incessantly. They used to lie all the time. Then there's a question for them. That if you are lying, why are you lying? Okay, you can't hide it from the believers. Maybe you can hide it from the Prophet of Allah. Can you hide it from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Maybe you hid it in this world and you got away with it. Can you hide it in the hereafter as well? You can't. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أَلَمْ يَعْلَمُوا. Do they not know أَنَّ اللَّهَ يَعْلَمُ. Surely Allah knows. سِرَّهُ. Sir is something you hide in your heart. وَنَجْوَاهُ. Najwa is what? Whispering. That happens between two people. Don't they know that even if they talk amongst two people and there is nobody there, the third person that's over there is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He knows. No, in fact, even if nobody is there and they hide it in their heart, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala still knows what they're hiding in their hearts. وَأَنَّ اللَّهَ عَلَّامُ الْغُيُوبِ. And God is all-knowing when it comes to the unseen. The next verse, inshallah, we're going to comment on it tomorrow before we continue the tafsir for the next page. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad.